It's about that time of the year where all African countries meet at a particular place to play the African Cup of Nations. And this year, the Cup of Nations is happening in Morocco. Of course, we are all aware. And the first game, Morocco versus Comoros, has just ended. And we are here to review what actually happened in the game. But if you are here, click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform. It's AFCON season. And in AFCON season, in a festive season, you have to get some money in the AFCON. And if it is about money, it's M Sports. Your go-to, betting platform, M Sports. Make sure you bet on M Sports. They have the best odds in the country at the moment. And this is a revelation. M Sport has also introduced one app. So M Sport is giving you, two surprises this particular festive season. One app is available and also the biggest, odds in the country at the moment. Now, AFCON, Morocco versus Comoros. The first game in the AFCON, Morocco, the host nation, versus Comoros. First of all, let's commend Morocco. And let's comment how they have been able to organize this whole AFCON. The euphoria, the atmosphere look like the Euros. Yes, if you were watching the game, the euphoria looks like the Euros when they are playing, the Euros final, or they are playing a World Cup final. The atmosphere, that's how it looked like. And the opening ceremony, bro, the opening ceremony is just, sublime. It is just splendid. Everything was looking on point. Hey, Charlie, but Ghana, how did we get here? AFCON and Ghana is not in the AFCON? How did we get here? Bro, just by the way, though, but, we are going to move straight into the game. And before I move straight into the game, let's talk about the squad depth of the Morocco national team. The squad depth in the Morocco national team. Sometimes I feel like AFCON comes with its own problems, right? We have seen series of AFCON where the favorite to win the AFCON will slack, even in the starting of the tournament, or even when they are supposed to show up in the latter part of the, tournament, they will not show up. That has always been, the story of the AFCON. AFCON has always been a tournament where the tournament favorite doesn't show up where they need to show up. And another team will take the AFCON. So this particular, tournament, it is expected that it will happen. I mean, it is still the AFCON, but if everything goes as planned, no team, I repeat, no team will be able to stand up against this Morocco national team. The kind of squad depth they have. Can you believe Hakimi didn't play this game? You see, if En Asiri, their leading striker, was on a bench. Abde Azazuri was on a bench. Kalbi was also on a bench. He plays for Sunderland. Anous was also on the bench. So you just look at the squad depth that these guys have. And it is shocking to believe that all these boys were coming from the bench. Hakimi is injured, so we are not going to talk about Hakimi. But all these boys were coming from the bench and they were playing against Comoros. And let me also commend Comoros. It was the first game in the AFCON 2025 and they showed up. Honestly, Comoros showed up to the occasion. They really did very well. They showed up to the occasion, and then their goalkeeper, what's his name? Is it Yannick? He did really well. 5 saves on the night was not easy. Playing against Morocco and you make 5 saves. Let me also commend him. But the first penalty in the first half, I think that I didn't see that as a penalty, and then I think it wasn't a penalty, but that was a very good save by the Comoros goalkeeper. Top brilliant save by the Comoros goalkeeper. But what was Brahim Diaz doing? Brahim Diaz was there. He could have played the penalty as Adino. Now he was also there, could have played the penalty as well. But obviously they had a striker in the game. Aline, striker. That is, I think, is Rahimi, the Aline striker, was in the game, and then, he flopped the penalty. I think it was a very brilliant, timing by the Comoros goalkeeper. So big save for the goalkeeper for Comoros out there. And I think, going forward, Comoros can do something, because I could feel, that edge in them to do something. But obviously it was a game against the host team. The hostile atmosphere was there for them. Everything was going in their favor. The way they were playing the game, a systematic play. Very good systematic play. And then the Walid, Wagragi, and then the boys were really up for the task. And I think Morocco will do really well in the AFCON. Let's see. I mean, AFCON comes with its own problems. So let's see what happens in the AFCON. But I would also have to big up CAF, and then the way they have, organized this particular tournament, from the soundtrack to how they marketed the AFCON, and even in the diaspora, and then to the opening day of the AFCON. Big respect to, Patrice Muchepe and all the local organizing committee that organized this particular AFCON. I think we are going to, see a very brilliant AFCON. But the first goal was scored by Ibrahim Diaz, and then the second goal, a bicycle kick by Kalbi. A bicycle kick by Ayub Kalbi. But shockingly, this is not his first bicycle kick. He has been doing that when he was, in Waka of Morocco, or Wydad Club, Athletic, around 2020. In the CAF Champions League, he was doing it, and this was, he plays for Olympiacos right now, but way back in 2020, he was doing this. So Ayub Kalbi was doing this bicycle kick upon bicycle kick upon bicycle kick. AFCON comes with its own excitement. So we getting a bicycle kick in the first game in the AFCON is a sign that yes, we are in for a brilliant and also an exciting AFCON. What do you think about Morocco's performance? Do you think they will go all the way to win the AFCON, considering the squad depth they have? Do you think it was against, just Comoros? And then, if you are playing against Comoros, Morocco and then Comoros, it was expected that they will win this particular game. What do you think? Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comment. But this has been your review for the Morocco versus Comoros AFCON opening game. Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comment. This is Kobo Sports Room. My name is Kobo, and this was brought to you by M Sports. Make sure you bet on M Sports. Thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourselves. AFCON, we are here. But Ghana, thank you so much for your time, and peace.